everyone, it's Lynette with Grammy Crochet. How are you today? Thank you for joining me today. If you're new to my channel is a crochet channel, but we travel in an RV. My husband and I sold our permanent residence, and we have been traveling as of February 5th, 1 year. Now it's like 13 months we've been living in a camper. We have a Delta Ultralight by Alliance. We really like it. We are on the move. For this winter time, we spent 2 months. 1 month in October, we were in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina area, and then we went down to Florida in the Ocala National Forest. We stayed for 2 months. Then we just were in Mississippi for a couple of weeks. Day before yesterday? Oh, no, yesterday. Right? Yesterday we left Louisiana. Today we are in Bastrop, Texas. I think that's how it's pronounced. And we are also in a state park. So you can see the background there is the park. You turn you a little, you can see. This is the view out of our camper today. That's what we're looking at. It's real pretty. Peaceful, quiet. There's no... We have campers surrounding us on all sides. Except obviously the campside. Which the way this is set up is nice. Everybody gets a campsite view of the forest, woods, whatever this is that we're in, the park. I guess park is the better word for it. And so that's awesome when you get the parkside view from your camper. And the way that this is set up, at least what we've seen, everybody gets a parkside view on their camper. So that's really kind of cool. If you're in the area, I would suggest this park. It's clean. It's nice. There's not... The campers, some of them are shaded. We do not have a shady spot. There is a big tree, but it's not in bloom right now. So maybe in the summertime you'd have more shade. But we got our awning out, and so I'm sitting in the shade. And it's very peaceful here. There's a nice breeze. And so I thought I would, video outside for a change. When you have great weather, it's a great time to do that. But this is not a travel video. This is a crochet video. When I was in Louisiana, I went and saw my friend Lynn. Lynn is one of my Zoom sisters, and we've never met in person before, so it was so exciting to be able to spend some time with her. I went to her house. We ordered in for lunch. I stayed a few hours, maybe three or so hours, like at brunch time, and we had a really nice time. And Lynn gave me some stuff, so I want to show you what Lynn gave me, which, Lynn, I appreciate it so much. And this has now become my favorite bag. Look at this. Is this not the cutest? Totally love the elephant bag. It's adorable. And then the bag was filled with stuff. A purple pen, and it says magical color. Oh, maybe it writes in different colors. I didn't even notice that. Oh, can you see? There you go. It's like pink and purple on the inside. I haven't used it yet. It has a nice little, I think, yeah. Well, I'm not going to use it right now either because I don't have anywhere to use it. Nothing to write with. But I love the purple pen. And then she had in this little magic bag of tricks. Oh, stay here. 2 skeins of Bernat Super Value in the color, well, I don't want to unpack them. Well, it's lavender. It's acrylic. It's 7 ounces, 440 yards. Bernat Super Value. I really like Bernat Super Value. I have used it a couple of times, and I really do like that yarn. Let's see, this is something else. This is something else. Okay. Now, this also is the piece de resistance. Look! So cute. Roy's not allowed to touch this. Little hand towel. It's got the elephant on both sides. And Lynn made the little towel holder. So cute. It's going to hang just for decoration in the kitchen, but I wanted to show it to you first. Totally love it. It's so soft, the button thing. But I will hang it in my kitchen in front of the sink, and it will just be decoration. Nobody's allowed to use that towel. And I got, look at this little llama case she gave me with all kinds of little notions inside. We got stitch markers and for knitting and crochet. So she gave me some of these little knitting stitch markers are in here, like these. And then, you know, some crochet stitch markers are in here. This pretty little heart stitch marker. Turn the right way. There we go. So cute. And a little baby clippy clip. I use them all the time. Clippy clips are my greatest friend for a lot of my yarn stuff. And look, elephants. They're needle pointer stoppers. I don't know what you call them. Needle stoppers, I guess. I don't know. And elephants. I'm like, oh my God, Lynn. She knows me well. I gotta show it to you again just because they're so cute. So cute. I haven't put them on my needles yet, but they're going on my needles next. And then for my needles, she gave me, oops, this one's coming apart. Some little scraps of purple for my knitting project. Love this one. And then there's this one. And then there's this one. So 3 different levels of purple. How fun is that? I can't wait to put them on. I'm going to put them in a baggie with her name on it. And that's what I've been doing. Because I have been getting presents. And I can't crochet them on or knit them on as fast as they've been given to me in the last short period of time, because I saw a lot of friends in that period of time. So I'm still working on it. I didn't bring that project out here to show you because I have other fun things. When I was with Desiree, and mind you, if you don't know Desiree, she does not have a channel, but she is a contestant on Hooker versus Hooker this time. She, for March, she's a contestant. If you don't know what Hooker versus Hooker is, that is a crochet along from Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming Laura and the Sassy Alaskan Crafter Jan. They do this crochet along where the projects and colors are determined by the powers that be. You have to make a specific type of project in specific colors, and then there's a competition. And you are only in the competition if you go up on the lives. But you can still participate but you're not a contestant. And there's an actual prize this year. And I guess winners in previous years are also getting the prize. It's a patch, an actual, patch that you'd like sew on your jacket kind of patch. So that's kind of cute. And you have to go to see them. I participated. I usually participate, but since we've been on the road, I don't always have the colors, or the quantity of what I need to do to participate. So when I can participate, I do. I did not participate for February, which I really wanted to because I really liked the project idea. I just didn't have the time in February. And March, I don't know if I'll do it or not. It is just March 1st, so you can start today. But they just had their live telling you what colors and what project. And if you've never participated, this is a really good month to participate. I'm not telling you what the project is or the colors are. You have to go watch the live. It wasn't that long, an hour or less. So go watch the live and participate, because this is one of the easiest ones to do, I think. And I think they should get a lot of participants from this one. I don't have one of the colorways, so that might mean that I don't participate. But I could always buy yarn if I wanted to, if I needed to. I might not have two of the colors, actually. But it would be a really good one to participate in, so go check them out, and check that out. But anyway, back to Desiree. She is one of the contestants, and I've seen her work. She does really, really good work. But when I was with her and Joe, Desiree participates at her local library once a week. They have like a crochet and knitting class. It's not really a class, it's just like they get together. And they help each other. If you're having problems, if you want to learn, Gail, I believe is her name, she gives instruction. It's really, I enjoyed going there so much. It's like an hour or two long on Wednesdays, and I think every crochet community needs these places. It's just, just for the camaraderie and the help and the encouragement. It's awesome. So I did participate in that 2 times. I was able to go twice while we were in Mississippi. And on the second day, one of the women came in wearing this hat that she had crocheted. She got the pattern from Lyn brand. And so they passed out the pattern at the library, and I got one. It's the Sandy Bucket hat. Skill level is easy. And you use Lyn brand gradient to make it. It's real easy to do. They gave me the pattern, and I made it. I did not use the gradient yarn. I did not want to make it out of acrylic, because my pattern's going to blow away if I don't put it in there. I made it for Roy. He wears hats. I do not wear hats. But I had that Queensland cotton that I just picked up at Wool Market Fibers when I was in Mississippi, or Louisiana. I don't know. We were like, everything is. I stayed at the border, so I never knew actually what state I was in most of the time. If I was in my camper, I knew I was in Mississippi. Other than that, I might have been in Louisiana. I might have been in Mississippi. I'm not really sure. But Wool Market Fibers is in that area, Louisiana or Mississippi, at the borderish place, and it's a great place. It's a great store, a little local yarn shop. And if you're, just Google it if you're in that area. But anyway, I bought this Queensland cotton in the color Celadon, and I wanted to make Roy another cotton hat, and I thought that this might be good because it gives you just a little bit of protection, like over his glasses. His head is a little bigger, so it's a little bit loose on me, but you wear it. It's well, actually, that's the back. You can see my fault line there. Now my hair's blown in the wind. Okay, there. So you do like this, and then it gives you just that little brim, like kind of over your glasses, and like just block the sun a little bit, and off the tops of his ears. Normally he wears a baseball cap, but his ears get the sun, and so if he's wearing something like this, his ears will have that little bit of a brim, and Got air holes for pockets. I mean, holes that'll give you like little pockets for air to get through. So maybe he won't. And it's cotton, so it'll absorb, and it's washable. So I thought, oh, this is like the perfect, even though they show it on a girl in the pattern thing, I think it's a perfect, looks like a fishing hat, you know. Maybe I could have made it a little bit longer. But this was what the pattern called for. Looked good on him. This kind of color looks good on him. So he got that hat. And if he wants to, he can throw it on and I'll show you on him. Do you want to? He's just sitting across from me over here. I can flip the camera and put him on. Pull it forward more. No, like push it up from behind. Yeah, now push it down on your head. Yeah, so it covers your ears and kind of the front of your, yeah. Okay, I'm going to turn you around. Get on my honey. Well, he's in the dark. He's in the shade there.
You want me to get up?
Nah, you're okay. They can get the idea.
Hi.
But your ears are covered and your glasses stick out further on your face than mine do, but it gives you a little shade over your eyeballs and covers them up. So, and that color does look good on him. He looks really good in orange too. But anyway, I had the green, so that's what he got. We weren't really picky about colors. It was just what I had. And I am real happy with the outcome of that. It did not take long to make. And I used, I believe, a 4.5 or a 5 millimeter hook on it, just per the yarn instructions. But the Queensland cotton is very soft cotton. But durable feeling, so it feels softer than kitchen cotton, like peaches and cream. It has a softer feel to it, but it's not as soft as like I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby, which I think is one of the softest cottons you could ever do. But it's softer than the, as durable, but softer than the kitchen cotton. You know what I mean? I think you get the idea. So, I used, this is the, my stuff's going to blow away. This is the Queensland cotton. This is the label. There was 185 yards in here. And I started another pattern with the rest of the yarn. This is, and I don't know if I printed the page that shows the actual, yeah, I did. This is the last page, but this is where it shows. This little alligator guy. As I said, we live in an Alliance Delta camper. And if you're familiar with Jeeps, if you own a Jeep people see each other and they trade those little tiny rubber duckies. And so if you ever notice you're driving and there's a Jeep covered with little duckies all across their windshield, it's because they've gathered them from other Jeep, or they bought them themselves, but you trade those. So when I see somebody in an Alliance, I should give them an alligator, because that's what Alliance people do. When we were in the last campsite, someone came up to me, knocked on my door, and gave me a little green alligator, like little rubber ducky size, little green alligator. And I got one at the parade, at one of the Mardi Gras parades. They tossed out a little pink alligator, and somebody in my group grabbed it, and I stole it from them. I'm like, oh, I need that. And so I'm keeping the pink one, and that woman gave me the little green one. Well, I had an alligator in the camper. It's just not those little pink ones. It doesn't matter. You just give alligators. I think, from what I understand, it just, doesn't have to be the little rubber duck kind of alligator. So the first time we ever went camping in this camper, the woman that was checking us in owned an Alliance, and she told us that you trade alligators, and she wanted to learn to crochet so she could crochet alligators to trade. Well, I've been meaning to do that since I started. Well, I just got this pattern from Annette. No, I think it was, yeah, I think it was Annette that sent me the pattern. Tangled in Yarn. Pretty sure it was Annette. And so she sent me the pattern, and I printed it when I had out the computer and the printer. I got up and I printed the hat pattern, and I printed out this pattern. She texted it to me, but I wanted it, you know, on paper. And I started it last night. So I made now 4 little feet, and they're not the same size. This one is a little bit taller. I don't know why. So it'll go at the back. And then he's just going to be in motion. So some legs are going to be a little further along than others. But you crochet them in. So I haven't stuffed them, but you crochet them in as you go. And I've started on the face. So I think this is the mouth. And that's as far as I got. Then my brain power was done for the day. I was getting tired, and we drove yesterday, which isn't like a lot of work, but I was sightseeing. And I don't sleep generally well the night before we travel, so I always tend to crochet myself to sleep a little bit, and I doze, and poor Roy gets stuck by himself. So I try to avoid the dozing, and I really want to see what I'm sightseeing. But I tend to go to bed earlier on the days that we travel, just because I'm tired from not sleeping well the night before. So anyway, I started that. I want to get it. My hope was that I was going to be able to finish it last night and give it to, there's another camper people here with an alliance. I don't want to give up the 2 little, the pink one and the green little alligators that I have. Roy talked to them today, the other alliance owners. They have a bigger camper than us. And he went for a walk this morning, and he stopped and talked with them. And they did not give him an alligator. But this is their first trip out. I don't know if they know about the alligators. So it would be really awesome of me to give them an alligator, if they're still here. Oh, Roy says they were on their way out, so they're gone. Oh well, I missed them, so now I don't have to rush to get the alligator done, do I? But I want to, like, I'm trying the pattern out, see if I like it. So far, so good. And I don't want it to be too big, so this is like the perfect kind of yarn. And I'm using a 4.5mm hook again. I don't, you know, like, usually those little plastic ones are about so big, and I'm thinking this guy's gonna be, you know, bigger, but it's crocheted, so it's different. I have to get out. I'm thinking I might want to put a keychain on it so they could like hang it in their camper if they wanted to. You know, like a backpack buddy kind of thing. And I need to determine that before I get it too far done, but I might want to do that. So I'm going to need to get out my supplies for backpack buddy size things. And maybe it's too big for that. I don't know. If it just is a little stuffy, that's fine. But if it's a backpack buddy, that's kind of cool, because they could maybe hang it on their, you know, door handle, or, you know, on a cupboard, or from their rear view mirror in their car, or whatever. So that's yet to be determined. But that's all I have for you today. Oh, I meant to put this at the beginning. I have talked to some people about donations for Boggy. You know what? I'll make this in a separate video. So yeah, that's all I got for you on this video today. I hope it goes up today. Today is March 1st. It may or may not. You might not see it till tomorrow. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, liking, sharing, and all of those things. I greatly appreciate it. My channel appreciates it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.